loops. So loops demo .js. So first a simple for loop. So generally we'll use let keyword, first initialization and then condition and increment and decrement part. So you can print that so that I value is print I value. It will iterate from 0 it will start. So and then it goes on. See first I equal to 0, 0 less than 5, true comes inside, 0 will print first time. Second iterate, what will happen? It will go to increment part. Once the body is done, it will go to increment part. So I plus plus means 0 plus 1, plus plus means it will increment by 1. So 0 plus 1, 1, 1 less than 5 true comes inside, 1 will print. So again 1 plus 1, 2, 2 less than 5 true comes inside, 2 will print. 2 plus 1, 3, 3 less than 5 true, so 3 will print. 3 plus 1, 4, 4 less than 5 true comes inside, 4 will print. So 4 plus 1, 5, 5 less than 5 false, so it will exit. So this is how very simple how it will execute. So node loops demo.js. See, it will execute iteration 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But 5 total 5. So that's how it will execute this. Similar to this is similar to Java. So for each loop, so let's do for each loop, for each or for off loop we call that, right? For off loop. So for off loop is let's store some of the variables in the array, some values. Let's store the let fruits equal to some values you can store, and then so see first data type and then variable of so array name. So it can be array name or collection name, anything, right? You can so print any one of them. You can print this fruit, this variable, you can print it. So that is the, it will print apple, banana and grapes. See that? Just execute that. See, apple, banana, grapes is printed. So as we know already, for in loop, right? Next, for in loop. So for in loop, generally to iterate the objects. So if you want to iterate the objects, you can use so for in loop, right? So that's what we discussed in last class. For in loop is so mainly use it to iterate the objects. This is the object. So let person equal to curly bracket. This curly bracket inside whatever you specify key value pair format, that is objects in JavaScript. So name you can give anything, is city. So you can iterate this. How to iterate? So you can see for this is the one way.
Let me ask a question here on the line 7.
Okay.
Fruit, in fruits or off fruits?
Off. This is the off loop. So in is different. Off is different. So off means so it is going for each of these fruits array and checking that the first this fruit value is apple. So apple is present in this array. So right, it comes here. Here off only. So basically arrays or list you can print with this for each loop.
No, but what is the difference for in and off? Both are same.
In is basically objects, not for the arrays and list. It is only objects you can iterate it. That's the difference between for off and for the type of value, the type of objects you are iterating is different. So that for off is for arrays and list of elements you can iterate. But with the for in loop, key value based, right? Key value based, you can iterate with the for in loop. So you cannot do this, this one you cannot use for the, so arrays and lists.
Yeah, in we can't use. Yeah.
Yeah. Off is just basically, so you cannot iterate this, all the, so keys and values, right?
So primarily in is with key value base.
Key value pairs, that's the objects we call them.
Okay.
So in JavaScript, we call
Call it.
object means you can store key value pair format.
Yeah.
Basically, it's a kind of map.
Yeah, map. Yeah. Okay.
So that kind of objects, if you want to iterate, we will use a for in loop.
Okay.
So let key in this person. So that means in this person object, so key you are going to print it. The key and the key value. This is the key value, you can get it. So object square bracket, the key name if you give, you will get the value of that key.
Ramesh, is it sort of for each loop?
No, this is the for each loop.
Oh,
So for off is there, that's a for each loop. Because each element of, so this variable is there, right? This variable checks each element of this array or list. Okay. But here, this one is checking, okay, this key in this object, present or not, it will check. That key value it will fetch for you.
so
That's,
it will return like it won't return John 30 city, it will return with an object also.
no, it will return this, if only if you use this one, it will return John
Okay.
30 New York. But I have written here key also.
Oh, you want to return with the key.
With the key, right? So this value belongs to which key I want to write, right? So that's why otherwise if you don't print key, you will get confused in the logs. Okay, this value belongs to which key. So in order to overcome that, we are just, so our convenience purpose, our readability purpose, this one. If you don't want, you can just get rid of this. Okay.
So is that how the real scenarios we also
Yeah.
give key and
General, for more readability purpose.
okay.
For more readability purpose, we have to give like this.
Oh, I thought we only retrieve values without objects.
No, but only value you want somewhere, you will use this format. Object, name, square bracket, the key you will give. But so for the logging purpose, you will use this one. You will write like this. If no logging, just value only you want, you will write always use this one only. You got my point? If you want a logging purpose, you will print key and value. No, you are not logging purpose. You are just getting the value only you want it. Just use this format. Only this one you have to use.
Okay.
For example, somewhere you want only value. You have to write like this. Object name, square bracket, the key. You provide the key. So then you will get that value.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. So that's it. And maybe I'll just separate console.log. so that it will be easy for us. Okay, so this is the all for loops. See that? So we can get, if you don't want this key, just let me get rid of this. You can comment and they can just put that. Okay, so missing bracket. Right? So you got only values. Yeah. So the next one,
Sir, here console.log is printing the next
yeah,
post. Not
print
single line.
one.
If you want to print single line, is there any?
Okay, so you want to use this entire thing in the single line.
Yeah.
So this single line, if you want, you have to write appending. You have to use append. It's in the that template literals is there, right? So that you
Yeah.
have to use. That you have to use. Otherwise, it will keep, because it's a loop, right? It's keep going, and
Okay.
it will do, say, because every time it is doing that. So that's why every time it will go down. So are we done?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So next while loop is coming, right? While and do while loop. Let's do while loop. So while loop structure we know, right? First initialization. So then condition. So while condition, and then print statement, and then count plus plus. You can use that. So that will print all the values. First check the initial value. So it is you started with the lowest value, and then you go with the less than symbol here, and then you print that each time the count value, count plus plus. So that is the one way. And for loop and do while loop. So do the initialization, then do the execution block. That's a do block, and then so you can check the condition end of this. So loop. So there is another two statements we have to discuss, break and continue also. but let's finish this two. If anybody need explanation, iteration by iteration, let me know. Okay, so I'll go through that step by step. Otherwise, I hope we are all good. So Soumya, so if you have any questions how these loops works, let me know. That how I explained first one, same way here also. So this 0 less than 5. So you can just one iteration you can write like this. So 0 less than 5. So true. So like this you note down and it will be very easy for us to understand. Then comes inside the count value. So 0 will print. So then here, so what will happen? Count will increment. So the count value. So now first 0, right? 0 plus 1, 1. So this time first iteration, so 1. Now it will go here and so it will increment, it will check the condition, sorry. 1 less than 5, so true. So then it will check here, it will print the one value print will here. So then it will come to here line by line code execution, right? So it's all line by line executes. So 1 plus 1, 2, and see next to 2 less than 5 true. So comes inside 2 will print and again comes inside here and this line will execute count value is 2, 2 plus 1 that is 3. So again goes up 3 less than 5. So true and comes inside 3 will print. Again this line will execute 3 plus 1 4. So again goes up, check the condition. So until this condition becomes false, loop will keep rotating. Keep going. The order, so the same order it will execute. So 3, 4 and then 5. See that 5 less than 5 false. So whenever it becomes false, this condition, then exit that. So if the condition is false, it won't enter into the body. So these concepts, if you remember, easy for you, any coding. So these are some of the basics. If you know, and you'll become easily, you can write the code. Okay, so the same way, do while loop. So the do while loop also similar. First, the problem here is not problem, basically the situation. So when you want to execute first code, you don't want to check the condition. So this is the best option for us. So generally, for example, you have a suggestions. So you want to get all the suggestions and one by one suggestion, you need to get the text of that suggestion, then check the condition at the end. So the suggestion is equal to your whichever you want to select. Both are equal. So if not equal, you check the condition here. So then go up. So if the condition is not true, then ask, go and get a next option. So next option text, you get it. So then check the condition. So if that is so same or not. If not same, keep going into the do block. So that's how you want to iterate like that, then this do block is very useful for us. So such cases, this do block will help us, not while loop and any other loops, right? So we don't now first execute all your code. So if it is not meeting, so then check the condition at the end. You want to check the condition after your code execution only. Such cases, this is the only one will help us. Yeah.
So in line 31, it will check for this condition, it will stop it, right? No need of writing any break or something.
No.
All right.
So break and continue, I'll tell you when to use break and continue. So when you want to know certain condition met in your loop inside.
Yeah, then break, right?
Then break it. So, or you want to skip your iterations. So you don't want to continue further execution, then you will use continue. So that is the break and continue. We'll discuss that.
Okay.
So with another example, I'll show you.
So Ramesh,
Mhm.
when it comes to the while number less than 5, before that only it is closing the loop, right? Like do with the curly braces. So in the number, no, in down, do while.
Do well. Yeah, okay, here, okay. So
Yeah,
first
in the
0, right? It will
yeah,
come.
it starts in the console log, you will see that 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Yeah,
So and next step is number plus, right?
right.
So
So this is
which
the
you
post.
already printed, and your next is 1, right? After 0, your goes to 1.
So this is, yeah, this will be, so this is the post incrementation. So yeah, this will become 1. Okay.
Yeah.
This will become 1 first iteration. So
Yeah,
here 0 will print 1, 1 less than 5, true, right?
yeah. Oh, 1 less than 5. Okay. After the curly braces only the condition starts,
Yeah.
which means it's still that number has 1.
Hmm. So this number has a 1, well, because it is changed here, right? So
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
coming out here. So this become 1. So 1 less
Okay,
than
then.
5. So that will go and keep rotating like that. The first this code will execute whatever you write here. So that will execute and comes here.
Okay, then. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, continue, Ramesh.
Yeah. Okay. So that is the how these loops will execute. Let's go now. The break, right? What is a break statement? So a break is, so once loop, always you will use this break statements inside the loop. Loop inside there is a conditions. Condition inside your, if your condition is satisfied, then you will write their break. You don't want to continue further. You want to exit entire loop. So why you want to exit? To reduce the burden, right, on the system. So you keep on no, looping, it will occupy the resources and unnecessary time waste also. So you want to reduce that. So number of iterations you want to reduce. Once our condition is satisfied, you come out. Don't go further iterations, right? So that purpose this break is used. So it will exit entire loop and come out of that loop. So that purpose this break statement is used. So break statements are generally used in the loops inside conditions. So the condition inside you will use this. So this is the one best example you can see here. For let I equal to 0, I less than 10, I plus plus. So if I, so triple equal to 5, so then you are saying break it. So after that I don't want to iterate further. So then you can print this. So you can print this and come out of the break. So see here, let me explain this one by one. So I equal to 0. So 0 less than 10, true. So 0 less than 10, true. And then, so can you see here 0 triple equal to 5. So it becomes false. So false means it won't enter here, right? It won't come here. So it won't enter here. So then it will go here. So that's why 0 is printing. Now it will go up, I value will increment to, so 1, right? So 1 less than 10, that is true, comes inside. 1 triple equal to 5, false. So inside it won't go, it will come here only. So 1 will print. Again it will go up, this increment part, 1 plus plus, that means 2. So 2 less than 10, true, comes inside, 2 triple equal to 5 false. So it won't go inside this if condition block. It will come here, 2 will print. Again goes up 2 plus 1, 3, 3 less than 10. So true comes inside, again 3, so 5 false, and 3 will print here. Again goes up here, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 less than 10, true comes inside, 4 is a false, and again 4 will print. Again 4 plus 1, 5, 5 less than 10, true, 5 triple equal to 5, true, right? So true means the condition is enter into the if block. So break means breaks out of the entire loop. It exits, it will come here. So that means next 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 won't be iterated. So that is the break. When break is encountered, the entire loop will be terminated. So no further iterations will happen. So that is the this for loop break, how it will work inside the any loop. This is the kind of general how break will work. Clear? So you see that execute, and you can see only till 4 only it will print. It won't print all of them till 10. So that is the one. So the continue statement is the another one. So the continue statement is you want to skip some iterations. If your condition is satisfied, you want to skip that iteration. So then you will use this continue statement. So if you see here, so basically, so j equal to 0, j less than 5. I just want to so check one by one. 0 less than 10 true, and 0 triple equal to 5 false. So until where it is false, till 5 it is false. So that means till 5 it will print. So till 4 it will print. See, till 4 it printed. So without interruption, because it's not entering here, and it is printing continuously. And then so see, the fifth one is not printed. Why it is not printed? So when the j is equal to 5, it is true, it came here, continue is encountered. So when the continue encountered, what will happen is this further execution won't happen. That will skip the current iteration further and goes up to the next iteration. So please catch that. So when there is a continue inside the loops, whenever the continue is encountered, the continue will be going to skip that further flow from that statement onwards. So it won't go further, your cursor. It will skip that and goes to next iteration. Automatically it will go here and increment the value. So now here, right, 5. It is not going here and it will go here, 5 plus 1, 6. 6 less than 10, true. So it will come here, 6 equal to 5, false. So comes here, 6 will print here. So again 7 also, it will keep going like that. So this is the one example how it will be done with that. Okay, so this is the break and continue difference. Any questions? So these are enough for us. So other than that, we don't want much here on the control statements and loops. So if you want me to write some interview programs, I will write, but otherwise we're good. We can. So we need to quickly start our playwright. Playwright has a lot of things. We need to learn there only. Once we get these concepts, then we can start the playwright. Mostly I'm expecting by next week we'll start. This week whole we need functions, another very important objects, right? we'll start the objects. If you're okay, we'll start the objects. Any questions before going for that? Objects?
No, sir.
Yeah. So there's still some labels it is, but we don't need that much. Okay, so you can label that, but we don't need that much thing. So the nested for loops. So that also one important thing. So this is okay. Nested for loops. So loop inside another loop. Basically, this loop is true, comes inside again. All the iterations will go here. So once all this inner for loop is satisfied, then it will go to outer for loop. So until that, the inner for loop keep rotating. So that's the, so in nested for loops how it is. So maybe if you want to write a small program like check given number is palindrome or not. So such kind of things, if you want, we can write small programs. Palindrome number, Fibonacci series. So Armstrong number, these programs. But yeah, so those are simple. We don't want, just use the loops and you can do easily that one. So we don't want to waste time on these small programs. First know the concepts and it's easy. If you want, I'll just give the logics for them. You can practice that. So let me know if you want programs, we'll write. So no doubt in that. Are we good till now? Have you written all these programs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and start the objects concept. Objects concept is very important. So right. So if you so objects, just now we discussed a little bit that objects are basically, if you know the map concept in Java, similar to that. So objects can be, you can even do a nested also. There are different type of objects also, even functions also objects, arrays also objects. Different objects we can store. Let me show you objects. JavaScript objects. So objects are basically, you can so it's a real world entities, right? Real world entities. It has a key value pair. So every object has properties and so behaviors basically. So the properties are a key value pair format. So then how you can assign values is, so object name dot property, and then you can assign the value like this. So this is the object name, then property name equal to value. So object and value, like that you can assign them. So even object has methods, right? Methods can so be called with a object name dot methods. So you can call object name dot methods. So you can create objects using literals or by new keyword, right? You can create with a new keyword also. So these are called literals generally. So JavaScript, so variables also are contains for data values. So you can assign a values like this with a one variable. So generally we will use const for declaring an object, const where the object name equal to. So the curly braces inside you will write key value format, but it can be any data type. So not necessarily string, but it can be a number, boolean, any kind of data you can store here. So property name colon the property value. So if you want to separate one more, comma, so model colon this one, color colon this one. So like that you can store JavaScript objects. So generally you will use the object name before you will use a data type, the variable type as a const. Even you can use a let also, not a problem. Anything you can use. So JavaScript object, either it's a literals or using new keyword or object constructor you will use to define the objects. So literals are basically just a variable name, right? So variable name you can use to declare that. So curly braces inside we have to declare objects. So you will use like this curly bracket. Inside you have a key value. So key colon value, key colon value. So this is the integer, string. So you can declare any data type in the same object. So name value pairs are also called key value pairs. Object literals are also called object initializers. So this is the one. Constant person means it's an empty object. You just created object. Even though if they